Maybe let's start with Norris. What's the update on him?
Being evaluated with the doctors right now, so we'll have an update later this afternoon as soon as he gets back. But indications are he won't be playing tomorrow for sure.
Are Benson and Power going on the trip, or won't they go?
Benson will not go. He's going to be let out today. Like I said last night, I think if it was up to him, he'd be on the plane. But there's some precautions we have to take. But I'm optimistic that he'll play probably as early as Wednesday.
How about
start skating? I think he'll start skating even tomorrow.
Owen?
Owen better. Was sick, is starting to feel better. I would anticipate him making the trip and being available to us.
How's Norris' headspace? Have you spoken to him? This guy's been through so much.
I have not. I know that he's not dealing with it very good. I mean, he's pretty disappointed with where he's at with this injury.
How do you deal with it as a team now, moving forward?
I think you look at, we can go back to last year, that line of Kulik and Benson and Thompson were a heck of a line for us. We'll go back to that as soon as we get Benny back. We get Kesselring and Power back, and, that'll help us. Greenway's not that far away. Another body to fill in. We have to, like I said, we're dealing with a little bit of adversity right now. We got to get through it, and we got to win hockey games.
You know that in the course of a season you're going to deal with adversity, but you're kind of shaking your head. It's one game. There's a lot going on here for one game.
Well, it's like I said, there's a lot of weird stuff going on. Stuff that, in Benny's case was, something I don't think I've ever seen as a coach. But the good news is he's doing good. He should be ready to go. Maybe it's just a test for us right off the bat to see how strong we can be and to get through this. We'll have to find ways to win differently. I think we played well enough defensively. We're in a one-goal game. After the first 10 minutes of the first, we had our opportunities to get back in the game. Continue to play well defensively and make sure offensively we get bigger and stronger around the other team's net.
You mentioned passing after the Ranger game. If that improves, do you think you will get better
opportunities? For sure. I think we look at the Pittsburgh game. We generated that last preseason game. We generated upwards of 20 chances. So a lot of it was some of our entries we didn't execute. Some of our power play plays we didn't execute. Weren't on the tape. We were a second slow. I think a little bit of preseason play. When you have a little bit more time. We had a desperate team that didn't play well in their building at beat, and they were better in the small areas. They were better in the face-off circle. Some of those one-on-one situations, they won more than we did. We can't let that happen.
So your thought is you're going to want to see the same desperation from your guys that you saw last night from the Rangers, right?
For sure. I think that's the mindset of our group. We talked about it this morning. No excuses. Let's just move forward.
Is Dunn going to meet you at the airport?
What's that?
Is Josh Dunn going to meet you at the airport?
Yes.
What did you see from him in the preseason? He stuck around a long time.
Had a good preseason. I thought from the top of the circles down, a big body that got to the net, played well for us, physical. We'll make a decision where he's in, but I think he's being rewarded for having a good camp.
When you lose a guy like Norris, do you toy with putting Tage back in the middle for a game or two or whatever? Do you toy with that?
I think it's a possibility, but I think I first toy with that connection of Kulik and Thompson going back together because it was so good for us. But I think that is always an option. I think during the game it can be an option to take a few shifts there.
You talked about the summer that Norris had and how good of a job that he did in terms of getting healthy. How much do you feel for a guy like that worked his way all the way back?
Just he put an incredible amount of work into getting says the best summer he's ever had, and it showed with the way he was skating, the preseason he had. It's something that has kind of followed him around, and you can't say how bad the guy feels. I mean, we feel bad. He knows that he was going to be a big part of this, and now short term, it looks like it won't be.
Do you
Did you
know
see
yet if
some-
it's,
Last one, and
do you-
then we have Tucky.
do you know yet if it's a brand new injury for
It is
Norris?
a
It's
brand
not a
new. It is
reoccurrence of something else.
It is a brand new injury. Yeah. I can say similar to the last one, but brand new.